So I can't think of a more exciting time to be an MMA fan than right now. I mean, being the beginning of August now and looking through the end of the year, it feels like we have incredible fights every month, and whether it be pay-per-views or whatever it may be, fight nights. And some of those announcements came this week. So we have a fight that got rebooked, was booked, but Islam Makhachev had to pull out due to injury. So now he's rebooked with RDA. What do you like there, other than everything?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting fight in the sense that they're. I don't know if you'll find like a line between any guys in the division where Islam's literally a minus 550 favorite against a guy who's only two rungs below him in the rankings. So I
Is
think
that's what it is?
minus 550.
Wow.
Um, so yeah, I think everyone can kind of feel what's going to happen, but RDA, he's been in the game, he's fought everyone, and this could be a fight where I could see. I think maybe the only knock on Islam has been that he looked a little bit nervous in his last fight.
Yeah.
I hate to knock like a near flawless performance, but he did seem a little nervous. So we'll see, as he continues to get more and more spotlight on him, how he handles that pressure. But yeah, I mean, skill wise, I think they're both southpaws, and it's just I would argue everything that Islam does, or everything he does better than RDA. So everything RDA does well, Islam's just better all around. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a really cool matchup because, in some senses, you're looking in the mirror of similar fight styles. You have Islam, who has been beating up tomato cans for pretty much his whole time in the UFC now, and especially after the recent win against Thiago Moses, everyone's been rallying to get this guy a real fight, and this, to an extent, is that. I mean, it's not a top five guy, but RDA's resume is, we all know it. It is very strong. So yeah, I mean, I think as you said, you saw some nerves from him, and as much as he dominated that fight, I don't think he looked perfect. I'm not underestimating him by any means, but if he's looking for a chance to show out, then this can definitely be it. If he can show up, win convincingly, I think that gets him maybe one fight away from a title fight, and it's crazy how quick the landscape of a division can change. That's all it might take.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. I think is this Islam versus Michael Chandler or Islam versus Oliveira or Poirier? No, but I think this is a smart move by the UFC. I think
Yeah.
they see what a lot of us see in him as basically Khabib 2.0.
Yep.
Just this dominant Russian Dagestani guy coming in and just basically ragdolling everyone.
Yeah.
And I think if the UFC is smart, they'll give him like this type of fight against RDA, who's very well known, who's fought across multiple divisions, who's fought everyone, like we said, and yeah, they'll just continue to build him up. The UFC has notoriously not really done that and just kind of oftentimes fed stars to the rising stars to the lion's den right away. But I think in this case, they could continue to really build his star and make him the Khabib that they so desperately want. You look at his following on social media, he's incredibly popular. Just from like the Russian and like the eastern
Yeah.
side of the world. So I think this is a smart move, and I just love watching him fight. I think he's more technical than Khabib.
Yeah. More
Um,
power for sure in the striking.
yeah, I think he's got at this point in his career versus where Khabib was in his career. I think he's a better striker. I think he's just his trips are just phenomenal, and just I think his jiu-jitsu might be better as well. But we didn't really see Khabib finishing people until the latter part of his career, his last couple of fights. So I'm just really excited to see him continue to fight and hope that he can get a submission and continue to build that hype train around him.
Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, it's great if he wins this fight no matter what, but I think like a 5 round decision will not help as much as a finish. And to your point about him being kind of moved along a little slowly, I think that is part of their plan, but I also think part of it is him just not being able to get some of the top guys to say yes. I mean, sometimes you hear about this stuff and you can believe it because to your point, and a lot of these fighters really care about the rankings. And when Islam was, maybe around 10 and guys are seeing him, they're like, I would gain very little by beating him, and I'm not even sure that I could do that anyway. So
That's gonna be
He has to
good.
creep up very slowly, and that's what he'll be doing by winning this fight. Actually, he'll probably be moving up pretty quickly, with little space to cover after getting that victory. So this could be a big step in his career for sure.
Cut.
Cut.